Let's get it. Are you ready? I am. So you got the spot, huh? Well, I'm coming for it. And there's nothing you can do.
Welcome to ESPN West Palm's High School Game Day, presented by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. Here's your host, Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Welcome on in. It's your boy, Theo Dorsey, and you know what time it is. It's High School Game Day, presented by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. I'm excited, y'all, tonight on a Friday night full of action, full of a lot of creativity, and it makes sense because it's week 3 of high school football. 3, the angel number, you know, it represents creativity, harmony. It also represents optimism, and this time of the high school football year, everybody's got a shot to still prove themselves. Everybody's still alive with state title hopes, including 2 teams from Palm Beach County that are fierce rivals, and that's where we start with a couple of top 10 opponents. Number 3, Cardinal Newman at number 7, Benjamin, a fierce rivalry. Now, these two have met each of the last 2 seasons twice apiece. Cardinal Newman has swept those, and Jaron Hughley trying to keep that tradition going, jogging in, the quarterback, scoring it himself right there for the Crusaders. Benjamin, though, not going to go down without a fight. You know that. 4-star, Adam Beluganali. Oh, wait, Newman on the other side, getting the interception, pushing it back. Is this where I get Beluganagi? Is this it right here? He plays defense. Here he is on offense, making a catch. And, oh, doing the rest. Doing the rest. That's a little rack, a little yak yards for the big fella. Newman defense, though, going to shut it down in the second half on the road. They're going to win this one big, 34-20. Cardinal Newman, they haven't lost to a team in Palm Beach County since September of 2021. The last team to beat them from the 5-6-1, of course, their rivals, Benjamin. Number 9, Palm Beach Central at Spanish River. I shot this one. Blake Wallace, you've heard the name. He's one of the best receivers in the area, and a good play is throw it up to him. The only way to stop him is apparently clotheslining him in the air. That's multiple flags right here. A few plays later, how about 2 guys do it? Yeah, maybe that'll work. A couple of PIs would set this up as Spanish River going to get into the end zone. Yeah, Blake is confused. This is Terrell, I got motion, Ocean. That's a whole lot of brother right there punching it in for 6. 9-6 the score as the extra point was blocked. And here we go, Jack Smill of Spanish River. Actually, here's Spanish River getting a big fumble on the toss, reading the play out, sticking with your keys. And that's going to set up Jack Smill, who looks up top, and who's that streaking down the sideline? Well, that's going to be Trent Aspel. And that's going to be a touchdown. He actually ran off and said, stop playing with me. He's not one of them. Big 4, scoring 6. Ensuing drive, here's a play of the week nominee. Chance Routson, spinning away, pirouette, jump pass. Ain't no way. That's one of those passes where coaches like, oh, no, just stop, throw it away. And actually, it's going to be a touchdown. Routson to his guy, and it's actually his birthday. It's his birthday, Tiago Mendez. 40-21, Palm Beach Central wins it. They improve to 2-1. Oh, here we go.
Their first meet of the season is Tuesday, September 10th at 5
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. One shot from the Scots. Appreciate y'all. And we got C-Cat and Jimmy Bell, the coach, on the call for the HSS Game of the Week. Boca Raton at St. Andrews. Look at that. Was it a fumble? Was it a touchdown? The refs, well, they get the final say. They say that's a touchdown for the freshman back, Javen Taylor. And Mason Chapman going to find Caleb Ayata. And he says, boy, Ayata. Am I right? He gets him into the red zone right there. I actually love that joke. I hope he loves it. I hope the fam does as well. This touchdown, the team's going to love that one on film because Big 10 right there, Aiden Ellman, survives the hit stick for the score. And here, I mean, just slinging it around today. Slinging it. Chapman in the double coverage. Jordan Davis with a play of the week nominee. And then the Scots going to try and stop the tush-push / Wildcat Taysom Hill package run, but no. Ellman punches it in. The Scots, though, not going to go down without a fight. The Notre Dame commit, Dylan Faison, Yeah, all eyes on him. Decoy, though. Check this out. Screen pass. That's a setup play. And you know Jimmy Robertson draws him up good, and that's a hustle play. Fighting off the tackle. The play ain't dead till the whistle is blown. Austin Jackson to Quinn Connors touchdown. And then here it is, though. Chapman over the middle, a slant to his guy. And that's going to be Jordan Davis again, taking that thing all the way to the house like Rashee Rice, catching it over the middle of the field and making the defense pay. Just keep swimming. Boca Raton wins this one 35-22. That's the final score. They improved to 3-0, while St. Andrews drops to 1-2 on the early season. How about another big rivalry game? Coach Hector Clavijo, he's going to tweet out before Boynton Beach and Santaluces, number 4 Santaluces, that they smash on the Boynton Beach Tigers all the time. He's lucky Lamar Jackson didn't see that tweet. First drive, Chris Siska to Jamar Browder. That was a big catch. Then we got Kelsey Gerald with the big run. I mean, got everything working, the ground, the air, and then Siska getting it done with his legs. I'll do it myself. That's right. Call 12. He was in action tonight. Bounce back game for him for sure. Speaking of bounce, everybody bounces off of that fellow when he's running with the ball. Santaluces wins this one big, 28-6. 3 straight wins over Boynton Beach since Clavijo has taken over with the Chiefs. Palm Beach Gardens at number 10, Jupiter, a battle for Military Trail as the Gators make the trip down to take on their rivals. The Warriors, well, they've only let 6 points up on defense all year long. And tonight, they weren't interested in letting any more up. Look at that, man. Jason Crabman coming off of a Coach of the Year winning season. We'll see if he can contend for it again. And when your defense is making plays like that one, fielding interceptions like their punts, and taking it the other way, putting you in position to win. Jupiter wins this one 17-zip, forcing turnovers all over the field. Their second shutout in 3 games. They're off to a 3-0 start, and they're in a full season. This is the first time they've done that in a while. They're going to go to Spanish River, then they got a bye after that. Let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 10 right here. We got Atlantic at home, and can the Eagles be stopped? I don't think so. 43-7 over North Palm Beach. Benjamin, of course, we talked about them in Newman. Kings Academy, well, they actually beat Gulliver Prep. That score there is wrong. Just know that Kings Academy was on top, the number 5 team. Vero Beach did fall at home against Homestead, 42-33. Fort Pierce Westwood down against Jensen Beach. Jensen Beach, the Falcons looking good. Number 8 team in the area right now. They're going to be moving up the Safe-Bound Moving and Storage top 10 poll most likely next week, 35-7. That game actually called at halftime because of a medical emergency, and that'll round out the top 10 for games we didn't hit. Back to the highlights, please. Number 5, Kings Academy versus Gulliver Prep. Kings is 2-0. Aiden Renzi, he says you can't see me. But I can see the touchdown. I saw that. Joe Daly. Where's Javian Jones? There he is. He finds the touchdown. It was so quick we didn't even show him crossing the plane, and more scoring for the Lions. James Powell from 1 yard out. Ramsey gonna punch it in right here. Who else wants the touchdown, right? Like, who wants one? Also, my 21's quicker than your 21. Oh, I gotta see the end of this play. I haven't seen this one yet. Amazing, beautiful. That's how you do it. Kings Academy wins this one big, 35-15. Daly to Jones again. I mean, that team is scoring at a very high clip early in the season. That's why they're number 5 in the area. Let's move on to Dwyer at Martin County, a little Palm Beach County versus Treasure Coast action. Dwyer, the hometown Tigers, looking for their first win of the season, actually. And they're going to look for some early touchdowns and some defense to get things going late. But that score right there, that's just right down the middle of the field. You got to be able to cover that area, huh? The Tigers are going to win this one 17-7. We got spins in the end zone. We got a little celebration. They're going to hit the road next week for Fort Pierce Westwood. The Fighting Coquels, and Dwyer's off to an 0-3 start for the 2nd straight season. D-Block. Royal Palm at Suncoast. The new Royal Palm looking to keep their winning ways up. And, I mean, when you're doing that, when you're doing stuff like this here, making plays, getting into the end zone, that's going to help. The Wildcats' offense has been humming. Max Grinner? Yeah, let's go with Max Grinner. He's grinning as the Wildcats stack up as much points as they would like, 42-11. Sorry, Chuck Kenyon. I'll get the proper pronunciation of your guy's name ASAP. Suncoast trying to fight back there, but they could not come back for the win. Royal Palm has now won 5 straight regular season games dating back to last year. They're 3-0 for the first time since 2014, and that year they actually went 12-2. What's in the future there? Well, now I want to shift your focus to something a little more serious, something more engaging, not just highlights, but an impactful story. Now, one of the captains for Jupiter Christian's football team, who 4 years ago wasn't even sniffing a starting spot, now is going to be shining under the Friday Night Lights stage. Here's our guy from ESPN West Palm Play, Cade Chumslin, cluing you in on one of the best stories you can see in Palm Beach County.
Wait a second. Let's run that back. Watch number 3 come flying in from the right side of the screen. Right there. Did you see him? That's Josh Joseph. And if you asked him 4 years ago where he'd be today, he'd probably tell you on the football field would seem like a long shot.
I always knew that that's like what I wanted to do.
Before his 9th grade year, Josh's family moved from Kissimmee to Boynton Beach. But with his mom's earnest in wanting a quality private education, Josh and his siblings enrolled at Jupiter Christian.
And I felt that it was important for me to come here to Palm Beach County and find the right environment for my kids to grow up in and the right community for them to be a part of.
At first, football wasn't in the picture, with the Joseph household primarily a basketball family and Josh dealing with asthma and other medical restraints. But the future Eagle always had a certain love for the gridiron.
I just knew that I had to play it. Like I have this young photo of me. It's like my second. I was in 2nd grade. I have a football in my hand. I've never played this sport in my life. And that's the photo they took of me for my yearbook. And it's just you just watch it, man. I just love the game.
Josh's dad agreed to let him play, but already in high school, he seemed considerably behind schedule.
You know, everybody else is ahead of me. They got film. They've gone to camps. I didn't know about any of that stuff. So, I put my head down, didn't play freshman year, got partly hurt 10th grade year. I'm battling for a position.
By the time his junior year rolled around, he knew he had to make a change.
So then I realized that I got to find a way to get onto the field, man. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to bulk up over the entire summer. I hit 180, 185 was my highest. And, I had to learn how to hit, man. Defense was the easiest way to get onto the field, What I knew I could do better than other people was play with more aggression. So that's what got me on the field. I was able to play safety and linebacker there.
In his 3rd year, Josh accounted for over 50 tackles, and this year he has been elevated to one of the team's captains.
As he got bigger, got in the weight room, got stronger, started to venture out and play other different sports, he started to get stronger, and you noticed that he was a football player. The last 2 years, he was our defensive MVP last year. He's been voted a captain this year. He's having a great season right now, starting this season, so I'm excited for everything that he's putting out there.
The man may have to drive from Boynton Beach, but Josh says it's all worth it to share the field with his newfound brotherhood.
It's I keep coming back because I love the guys that I play with. They're the reason why I play. They make me better. Those are my best friends. Those are my brothers. Those are the guys that are going to come to the wedding. I love winning with them. It's awesome.
It's been his biggest dream, and it took him so long to get to this point where we were all on one page. And so now to see him in this moment as a senior, I'm just really proud of him.
Reporting from Jupiter, I'm Cade Chumslin, ESPN West Palm Play.
Boy, if that didn't move you, I don't know what will. And in inspiration of that, we brought in Cade Chumslin himself to call the game, Jupiter Christian and Glade State.
Thanks, Theo, and it was a heck of a game Thursday night out at Jupiter. There's Glade State quarterback Jacoby Wooten saying, I'll take that myself, headed all the way down the sideline for a 50-yard touchdown. But now, Theo, I want you to remember this play. Luke Beach down the sideline, and it just goes through his hands. It would have been a wide-open touchdown. They don't get it done. Glades Day taking advantage of the Jupiter Christian mistakes. Ramsey Rhymes putting them up 14-0. This is the largest deficit the Eagles have been in all year long. So what's the answer? Just pound it up the middle. R.J. Wilkerson doing it all himself in the second half. They would just give him the ball for this first drive of the second half, and then he punches it in himself, giving the Eagles finally a look on the scoreboard. Later in the third quarter, Wooten trying to take it deep, but he's going to get picked off by Jupiter Christian, and this would be the momentum-shifting play. Glades Day just getting a little bit tired. And then, remember that play from earlier? Remember that man, Luke Beach? He finds himself wide open again, and this time a little redemption for the reception. He gets them within 2, and then how do you tie up the game if you're the Eagles? Well, you just go back to the well. R.J. Wilkerson, he took most of the work with Gideon Douglas on the sideline. Then later in the fourth quarter, under 2 minutes to go, R.J. Wilkerson once again making it happen. And then to seal the deal, a Play of the Week nomination, Duke Rhymes all the way for the score. Jupiter Christian wins 26-14. After the game, I asked Coach Baz about the star running back in Wilkerson.
He stopped in my office on Monday morning on Labor Day, and he was like, Coach, I don't care if it's 30 carries, just give me the ball, keep feeding me. And it takes a lot for a young man to say that, a junior in high school. And him saying that, he knew that we was gonna just put the ball in his hands, and he was gonna have the team on his back, and he just did everything he did. And hats off to our offensive line. There was a little sluggish in the first half. Those Thursday games is always hard, but the second half, what they did and what the defense did as well, Coach Dickens and all of the coaches on that side of the ball did an amazing job.
That's my bad. Theo right there. Coach Bass talking about his stud running back.
Yeah, you know what? Coach eats first, and then we get to the next highlight. Appreciate that, Kate. Thanks for jumping in and delivering like we see Wellington versus Park Vista. That was Elijah Gamble delivering. And then you got to finish the job in the red zone, baby. That's 5 for 6. That was called back, though, due to penalty. I see we have to get it one more time, though. So when you score, who is this kid? Where'd he get that kind of balance? That's a lot of practice. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of working out. Gotta love that out of Park Vista. Second and goal from the 30, and that's going to get tipped in the air. That's going to get caught. That's going to be an interception. Too bad he wasn't like Patrick Mahomes and caught it himself. PPR king, by the way. Positive play here for Wellington. They get a field goal to make the lead 11-7, but Park Vista comes back to win it 14-11. John I. Leonard, the house that Pierre Garçon built. Facing Olympic Heights, Thursday night action. John I. Well, Olympic Heights looking for their first dub of the season, opening kick. You're going to get some help right there. His name is Braylon Neal, and he wants to seal the deal. Scoring a touchdown, taking it to the house. Renari Wilkins doing his part by, well, making himself comfortable in the end zone. Kick your feet up. After a run like this, you deserve to. Look at that, man. Just never stopping. That's pure effort right there. He scores 3 touchdowns, all in the first half. The Lancers going to win this one 34-20. They snap a 12-game regular season losing streak, their first win since November 4th of 2022. That's a long time. Somerset Keys at Oxbridge. Let's check out a team that actually is, coming off a season where they won a state championship. How about that? The Thunderwolves at home, and you get a full pan of the entire stadium. In case you didn't know what everything looked like out there, we're going to show you. We're also going to show you this big pitch, big catch, big run. You need all 3 if you're going to go score 6 and you roll into the end zone. If you're Oxbridge, and ensue the celebration. Oxbridge is going to win this one big, 20-14. You deserve to celebrate. And look at this play right here. I'm watching it for the first time. Let's see what happens here. Okay, Bubba's going. Oh! That's a big hit. I see why it made the highlights. Congrats to the Thunderwolves. 20-14, they get the victory. Central Florida Christian at Berean Christian. Nice pylon. Let me see if you can knock that thing down for 6. Let's see if they get a chance to knock the pylon down. They got the bulldog on it. Got to have that dog in you. This is the... Well, I lost my part in my script here. There we go. It's been a tough go as of late for Berean Christian, but today the defense sending them into the weekend happy. When you can score on defense, that everybody smiles. Everybody's good. Maybe the quarterback doesn't like it as much because then the defense goes back out there. He doesn't get a shot. But, you get points on the board. You get a lead. That was a pick 6 for Berean Christian. They win this one 17-7. The first regular season win since October of 2022. We're making history tonight. Congrats to those Bulldogs. Okay, now it's time that you've been waiting for. I didn't say it right because I'm so hyped up off the highlights. How about we just get right to it? The plays of the week, and we start off with 2 of the honorable mentions. You know how we do. Number 1, St. Andrews the misdirection, the Quinn Connors catch, the run, the pirouette, the get off of me, and the score. Yeah, that earns you at least an honorable mention. Pound your chest, brother. You deserve it. Option number 2 in the honorable mentions. You can't vote for it, but you can enjoy the delights of it. Palm Beach Gardens, Rice Hall. Yeah, he actually plays for Jupiter, though. So when you throw it to him, Gardens, and then he catches it and runs the other way, you're not happy. But I'm sure Jason Cradman's happy on the sidelines. That's the Jupiter head coach. Those are your honorable mentions. Here go your 4 finalists for Play of the Week, and we start with Jupiter Christian's Duke Rhymes. Give me that. I need it more than you did. A pick 6 that seals the win for Jupiter Christian. One more time in slow motion, and I want that, and you're going to put your hands over your face mask because you didn't want that to happen. Option 2, Boca Raton's Jordan Davis. He goes deep. It's double coverage, so this is an ill-advised throw unless you know Jordan Davis is on the receiving end. Look at that. Just getting all jumbled up in there. Literally a coach on the sideline was shocked. He looked at me and said, did he do that? He did. That's option 2. Option 3, John I. Leonard's Braylon Neal. He catches the kickoff, and he does something that, you won't see this in the NFL because they changed the kickoff rules. But you'll see it on Friday nights because they're the same. But Braylon Neal's not the same. He's different. And that's why he took that 1 for 6 right there. Braylon Neal's touchdown. You can vote for that one as well on Twitter. Remember, ESPN Top 63 on Twitter. Follow us and vote. Make your voice count. And here's option number 4. Palm Beach Central's Tiago Mendez. Check this out. First chance Ralston pirouette, jump pass, Mendez tip, and he catches it. And to seal the deal, it's the guy's birthday. Now look, I don't have a favorite in it. Did I shoot this highlight? Sure. Is it that kid's birthday? Yes. You decide for yourself what the play of the week is. I think you know which one I'm leaning on. Let's take another look at this thing in slow motion. I want you to see what happens with Chance Ralston here in the backfield. Almost sacked, pirouette, and jump pass, Tim Tebow-esque. Look at the placement there. It will actually, I would say this, Chance, bad throw, but, tip ball, and it's a catch, so it's a touchdown. Good job. That's option 4. Again, vote on our Instagram at ESPN West Palm. You can go on Twitter at ESPN Top 63. Make your voice heard. Also on YouTube at ESPN West Palm. It's all serendipitous. It all makes sense. That was week 3. Appreciate y'all for pulling up with us on High School Game Day for yet again another fun night of high school football highlights. We got a bunch more ahead of us. We got a bunch behind us, and so much more fun to have this year. Thanks to Brian Roas. Thanks to Kate Chumsden for staying up all night with me to make this show happen.
Theo.
And thanks to all of our shooters.
Where are we going next week?
Thank you for asking. As I'm in the attitude for gratitude, next week we'll be at Pahokee versus Cardinal Newman. It's going to be in West Palm Beach at Cardinal Newman. Of course, Christian Cat and the coach, Jimmy Bell, on the call, and we'll have the highlights from the sideline. You stay locked in. We'll keep giving you the goods. Kate Chumsden's going to keep me in check to make sure I tell you where to go next week, and we'll see you next Friday night.